There was once a time where I was like an avid Hamza watcher. Like I would watch him basically every day, right? And in that time period, I remember seeing the occasional comment of someone saying something like, "Oh, I can't watch Hamza anymore. I've grown out of him," or "This guy's advice is just too wishy-washy," or "This guy doesn't know. This guy's giving advice to like little kids. Like he doesn't actually know what to be in a real man's life." Like basically saying that they've grown out of Hamza's videos and that they don't help his videos anymore. Oh, sorry, that his videos don't help him anymore. And I remember hearing that thinking like, what do you mean, bro? Hamza makes great content. Like, I fuck with Hamza. Everything he says is more or less right. And he actually cares about his people. Like, I fuck with Hamza heavy. Like, how can you fall out of watching Hamza videos? Like, his videos bang. Fast forward a couple years now, I'm one of those guys that's fallen out of watching his videos. I haven't watched a video of his in like an entire year. Like, I barely keep up with him. I don't really listen to his content. And I see it come up because I'm still subscribed, but I just don't have any desire to click on it. And I'm not a Hamza hater, right? This isn't a hit piece. I'm not saying like he gives shit advice, because overall his message is good and I fuck with him and I respect him and I'll stay subscribed. And if I do watch a video, I'll drop a like, right? But I watched a video recently of him talking about how he broke up with his girl, and I just have to give my 2 cents on this, right? I just have to say what my problem with that video was. Because this problem affected me deeply, right? So in that video, he basically states, and I'll try and put some quotes up. He wasn't authentic, right? He wasn't authentic. He basically says that that you gotta like keep a mask on, and that you gotta, stay mysterious with your girl.
In the future, could you imagine that after a few months you start to kind of break down that cool, mysterious, like masculine vibe that you had into just kind of like, yep, this is me, just in my passive kind of state, how I am next to my boys, I'm laughing, I'm giggling, I'm not trying to be sexy or anything. Because if you break that down, you're no longer the guy that she actually fell for, and she loves you, so obviously, she'll stay and she still really likes you and everything. But here's the brutal part. There's another guy out there who's still speaking to her like James Bond.
And it's because he lacked mystery and he let his guard down and he became a bit of a goofball, is why his girl left him.
Already. But the first lesson from this experience is to not become the goofy farting boyfriend. That's a new phrase that I've been playing around with, which is the goofy farting boyfriend.
He said because of that reason, that was one of the reasons why his girl left him, because he put his guard down. He then proceeds to say, you shouldn't be how you are with your boys, with your girl. And that I agree. I agree with some parts of that, but I disagree with the majority of it. And the part that I disagree the most is that it's almost as if he's preaching that you have to be like some alpha macho man, as if you have to have a mask on and all the time, and as if you can't let your guard down and be your true self. And that's great advice when you're just looking for a one night hit. Like you've just got a side piece there, like you don't really want to let her in your life and for her to know you and for you to know her. Like you don't really care, but it's just coochie. But when it comes to like an actual long-term sustainable relationship, not that I would know, I'm not the best guy to give advice on this, but this is just what I think. How on earth can you keep up the mystery? Like, bro, if you're gonna live the rest of your life with someone, have kids with someone, mystery? What mystery, bro? What mystery? Like, they're gonna know you inside out. You're gonna know them inside out, and I think that's fine. And the reason I've been motivated to make this video, why I feel like I always have a duty to make this video, is for my younger self, because my younger self would have had that Hamza advice of be mysterious, and I did listen to it, and I was trying to be mysterious with the girls. Oh, it's so cringe saying it now, bro. Like, it's actually bad cringe. Like, I'm not gonna rewatch this video because I don't want to hear myself saying that. But I remember trying to be mysterious with the girls, and I tried to follow Hamza's advice and this red pill advice, and I tried to. In fact, let me put a cam here so you can see my face a bit clearly. And I tried to keep the mystery there so that she doesn't lose attraction to me. And bro, I just don't think that's the right way forward for a sustainable relationship. And what really taught me it is two things. Number one, logic. Logic and growing up. I feel like I grew up and I looked back on the way I was acting and looked back on the advice I was taking, and I just thought is this really the right way to do things? Is this really the best advice? But man's trying to charge the fucking cam so it doesn't die, because I'm actually making a decent video, and if it dies, I'm pissed. There's no way keeping up a facade bro, that's just not the right way forward. That's not gonna develop a good, healthy relationship. And the second point that allowed me to grow out of this red pill stuff was my own personal experience with a girl in which she managed to break me down. She managed to unravel the real me and know my goofy side. And I ended up telling this girl a lot of things that I never told girls before. And not particularly deep things, but more I started revealing the game to her. Not revealing, but this is the right way to put it, excuse me. This is the best way to put it. I stopped running game on her. Do you get it? Like I stopped trying to be mysterious, and I stopped trying to do the red pill stuff, and I stopped trying to be like this macho man. I was so cringe, bro. I can't believe this was me like a year ago. Like, it's actually fucked. But it's a good thing because, you know, people grow and people change, right? Bro, listen to how toxic this advice is going to give next, right? The advice is going to give next paints the exact picture of what it's like to live with someone else. Like, this is what he's going to say next is such a normal and natural thing to happen between a man or a woman that are attracted to each other. But he paints it out as if it's like such a really bad thing, right? Let's listen to this.
6 months later, 1 year later, she goes into the toilet and there's some poo-poo right there in the toilet seat that you've left. She thinks it's a bit gross, but whatever. She, goes to the toilet, she comes back out, and you're there kind of like lying around waiting for her to come back, speaking in your high-pitched voice because you wanted to keep cuddling. And she can't help but to lose attraction for you. Many women will say like, oh no, but I love those moments when we turn into friends. But the truth is, and you know this, like you need to keep a polarized, mysterious relationship where you have that magical attraction between each other.
I stopped being inauthentic with her. And instead I was just fully authentic. I was just my real self, and I was my real goofball, because I am a goofball naturally. Like, I am just a bit of a funny, goofy guy. And just being with her, granted, like, we weren't that serious, so maybe me and her isn't a very good case study for me to learn from. We never really got that serious. Like, she was never my girlfriend. But in that short period of time that I was with her, it actually opened my eyes and showed me that you can be your true self. And you don't need to put on this macho man, alpha male persona, and you don't need to be mysterious 24/7. You don't need to constantly be playing games or running games or trying to be someone you're not. And I realized you can just be yourself, bro. Like, you can be yourself with little to no backlash, like little to no consequences. Now, granted, I am naturally quite masculine myself. Like, I am a bit of a goofball, but I'm assertive, and I will say no if I need to, and I'll express my points, and if I need to, like, not speak to her for whatever reason because we're just not on good terms, then I can do that. I have self-control. Do you get it? So I have good traits myself, naturally, which helps my case. So by me being so when I was my full self, naturally, my natural self came with a lot of good and attractive masculine traits. So that helped my case, right? I could imagine, and this is what I think Hamza's advice is mostly for, I could imagine if you're like a simp at heart, if your authentic self is just a little pussy, like just a feminine man, authentic, sorry, bro, brain's bugging, submissive man, naturally, then I can see where Hamza's advice might help. Like, if you're naturally a fucking bitch, then yeah, his advice might help. But even then, it would only help for something casual. If you're looking for something serious, you're gonna have to reveal the authentic self. You're gonna have to put your guard down, unravel through all the layers, and just show who you really are. And if it just so happens that the girl doesn't like it, bro, you're gonna have to eat that L and keep it moving. If it happens that she does like it, perfect. Now she likes the real you, not the fake you, not the type of you that Hamza tells us to be, mysterious and, don't really reveal yourself with this fucking bullshit. Like, no, she's not gonna fall in love with that you. She's gonna fall in love with the real you. Perfect. That's great, man. That's exactly what we want. And a final point on when Hamza said, don't be how you are with your boys around your girl. Like I said earlier, I do agree with that to some degree. I think there's certain things you can't really be or say, but I think that part is only like 10% of things you can't really say around your girl that you can say to your boys. The other 90% of things that you say around your boys, you can say around your girl, especially if it's going to be a long-term partner. Like, bro, that's basically your homie. If you're looking for a long-term relationship, your girl is basically your boy. Not exactly the same. There's definitely differences. I wouldn't go to my girl for the type of advice I go for my boys for. But likewise, there's also types of advice I wouldn't go to my boys for that I would go to my girl for, right? So they each play their role, the man, them, and your girl. They play different roles, right? But basically what I'm saying is, when Hamza says, oh, don't be how you are with your boys or your girl, I just think like, what, bro? Why? How's that going to help? How's that going to allow her to know the real you? Because the way you are with your boys is, number one, authentic. Number one, who you truly are. Okay, that's basically authentic. Okay, I'm running out of points here, but it's basically the way you are with your boys. You're basically authentic. You're funny. You're you. Do you get it? You're you. And you're saying don't be how you are with your boys with your girl. You're basically telling the man, when you're with your girl, don't be authentic, don't be real, don't be you, don't be funny. Like, no, fam, fuck that. I want to be with my girl the same way, not exactly the same way, but 90% similar how I am with my boys. a little, some things will change. Obviously, I'm not going to be intimate with my boys unless, okay, fuck. Lost my train of thought, wait. Obviously, there's going to be some similarities in the way I act with my girl and my boys, but of course, there'll be some differences, right? So yeah, I won't be intimate with my boys, I'll be intimate with my girl. Likewise, I won't go to my girl for certain advice that I need, maybe like business stuff or something, because, I don't want my girl to working. I don't want my girl working, and I don't want her brain to be active too much. Like, when you're around me, turn your brain off, let me take charge. You just enjoy your time with me. I'll pay for everything. I'll drive us everywhere. I'll answer the door when someone's there. I'll complain to the waiter that the food's cold. I'll do it all. When you're with me, just turn your brain off. That's what I'd like. That's the vision I have when I have a girlfriend. That's how I'd like it to be. Just put all your trust into me. Let me take charge. Let me lead. I'll do everything. I'll get my hands dirty so you keep your hands clean. That's how I like my relationship to go, really. So, yeah. The video took a bit of a time, but yeah. My problem with Hamza is he's basically telling guys, be inauthentic, be mysterious and try hard. And when you try hard, you become conscious of your actions. And when you're conscious of your actions, you become conscious of what you say. And when you're conscious of your actions and what you say, you're not your real self. And as a result, she's not going to know who you really are. She's going to know the type of you that Hamza told you to be, but she's not going to know the type of you really are. And like I said, I learned this from my experience when I was with a girl, and she was getting to know the Hamza version of Omar, the Hamza influenced version of Omar. But then eventually she broke me down. I said, you know what, I'm just going to try something new with this girl and just be my real self. I became my real self, and no detriment happened. Nothing bad happened. We didn't fall off. She didn't lose attraction. Nothing bad happened. If anything, only good things happened, because now it strengthened our attraction even more, because now she knew the real me, and I was happy telling her the real me. And now it relieved pressure off my shoulders, because now I don't have to pretend. You get it? Like, I'm just me, and I love being me, and she loves it when I'm me, not the Hamza me. So yeah, that's just had to throw my 2 cents in real quick, man. That's my problem with Hamza. You don't let me know you thought of this video. Catch you on the next one.